funny story about Logan and his guys. We had them out last winter to Utah because we wanted to get together and do some filming and stuff. And Jake is very action related, and so is Logan. But Jake is just like, get me in any machine, any environment. Let's go do some crazy stuff. So, all right, Jake, it's your birthday. Let's do it. So we have him up to a cabin up in northern Utah for like this big winter fiasco for Jake's birthday. And we picked them up at a private airport in a bunch of helicopters. When we get there, I'm flying my helicopter, which my current helicopter is like a military helicopter. It's very rugged and like, it's like Cletus's. I sold Cletus my red.
It's a 105.
Actually. Yeah, the 105. And so the other helicopters there were like really nice, like VIP, like A-Star, EC-130. We had like 6 helicopters. So Logan and Jake and their whole entourage kind of piling these different helicopters, and we fly up to the cabin, and we get there, and Logan and Jake are just like, oh, like that. We don't like the helicopters. I'm like, why? What's wrong? They're like, I don't know. It just wasn't. We weren't comfortable. We didn't feel safe. Like that. We just don't love them that much. And they're like, but our guys flew with you, and they said you like flew upside down, and they felt really. I have this picture of Jake's main security guy, and he gets in the helicopter when we first pick him all up, and he's just pissed, just not having it. Like, it's been a long night. He's herding cats, right?
Yeah.
Sitting in the back of the helicopter, just like this, frumpleumpagus, just. And then I could tell, I could see the game he was playing, so I was like, all right, let's play with him a little bit. So we're like 10 minutes into the flight, and I just roll the helicopter. I mean. It wasn't upside down, according to the FAA, but it was a pretty good roll. And instantly, he just lit up. And for the remainder of that hour-long flight, was just smiling and giggling like a little kid. So back up a little bit. When that happened, Jake and Logan and them were all filming in this helicopter. We go like this. Jake and Logan think they just watched everybody die in my helicopter. Literally, they got to the cabin, they were like shook up. So they're like having a rough flight, not smooth in their helicopter. They just thought we died, so they're just a little bit, leery. And they're like, dude, like, we've seen you fly. Is there any chance, like, maybe we could fly back with you? I'm like, why do you want to fly back with me? You saw, like, I roughed your guys up. And they're like, yeah, but he said he felt so safe. So we take Logan, Jake, and the girls, all their baggage, and stuff them in the back of my helicopter, which is fairly tight for passengers. And they apparently just had the time of their life. I guess it's I don't know what the experience was that was different, but they landed and they're like, this is the greatest thing ever. We love helicopters. And I think it's you got to be a little bit aggressive and scare them into liking it, rather than the other pilots are very good pilots, but they fly just a little too normal, I think. And they maybe thought that they were underskilled. I don't know what it was, but Logan.
I think you made them thankful to be alive.
Probably.
That's where the joy was coming from.
Yeah, they landed. Yeah. We're just happy to be alive. But they loved it. I mean, Greg was saying he wants to buy a helicopter, Logan's dad. So it was a good experience. It went from they were very nervous to they had a great time.
Dude, they've got to be one of the greatest things ever invented.
Helicopters.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say the Pauls.
The Paul brothers are right there.
They're up there. Not with helicopters, though.
Dude, I'm so addicted. Like, I think they're the greatest thing.
Well, it's interesting because ever since the Kobe thing, a lot of people are just down on helicopters. They think that they just fall out of the sky, right?
Yeah.
My whole goal is to show people how safe they are and how they function. Once you understand a helicopter actually works, you love it and you understand it and you respect it because they don't just fall out of the sky. They're extremely safe. They're safer than airplanes. But the whole Kobe thing is going to take a while for people to get over. But yes, they are literally. So for me, I get to do a lot of cool stuff. Drive monster trucks, drive any range of different vehicles, go cool places, hang out with cool people. Nothing compares to a helicopter.
It's the greatest thing.
Never gets old.
It's the greatest thing. And I have videos that date back, 8 years of me saying, mark my words, one day I'm going to be a helicopter pilot. I'm going to own a helicopter.
Yep.
And now I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm in it. Bought a helicopter. I'm less than 30 hours into my training, like
Cruising
26
along.
hours.
I love it though, but you're all in and you're doing it the
I'm
right
all
way.
in. I think when you buy a helicopter, you're all in.
Mm-hmm. That's the way I did it.
Yeah. So that's how I was advised to do it.
That's the only way to do it. Well, it's not the only way to do it. The problem is the other way is you use somebody else's helicopter, or you go to a flight school, and then you're limited on helicopter availability, and sometimes it's not the same helicopter. The way you're doing it is the same way I did it. And it's not the way everybody can do it, right? It takes a little bit of capital to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a ton of money when I bought my first helicopter, but I just knew that I had to have it. So I bought it, literally flew to Tennessee and met with an instructor. And he was the guy that I hired to fly home with me. And I said, hey, so basically as soon as we get in the helicopter and start flying home, you're training me. And he's like, okay, perfect. We fly home. It's like a 2-day flight, kind of stopping, hanging out. By the time we landed, he signed me off. He's like, all right, you're good to go. He's like, go solo and then go take your test.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was got a lot of flight time concentrated in a very short period of time.
Holy crap.
And I have a knack for operating machines and equipment, so it came to me a little bit more naturally. But yeah, I was signed off in like 2 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
the only thing that's been unnatural at the start was the pedals were opposite for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's from skid steers. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But now it's fine.